Alright, well, I was going to wait on this video until I got the parts in that I was waiting for the new stock, because you have to take the stock off the back anyways. But now I don't really know when the hell those are going to come, so we're just going to go ahead and do it now. Plus, I got a friend of mine really wanted to know what I was talking about when I was telling him about upgrades and stuff, so I figured I'd just get into them now. First things first, we need to get the parts off the gun. So first of all, let's take magazines off. You know about getting all the pins off. In fact, I'll probably just cut ahead because you don't need to know how to take apart your gun. Ooh, that is not helpful at all. Wow. Can't get to that pin with the... Oh, look at that! Well, guess what? New problem. Gotta get... Can't take the piece off, the connector off, because this thing is blocking it. So, let me just go ahead and take this apart, cut it off, and I'll get back to you when get this. Alright, so now that I have the parts in the right places, let's take this off. So, obviously the grip. I don't really need to show you guys how to take the gun apart. Don't really need to know, but alright. This is the thing that sucks, is I told you all the time that this stock sucks, and I have to take it out very carefully and make sure that I do not let the pin fall out. So, alright, and then let's get the screwdriver going here. There we go. That out. You see the hammer, which is actually still stock, so every time I tell somebody that nothing's stock on this gun, I lie. Yeah, so that's still stock, actually. And then you can see right there what I'm talking about. So let's get this gun out of the way. So anybody with who just got an A5 or has an A5 they've never touched knows this is the, or maybe you don't know because you've never taken the gun apart, but if you have, this is the power tube and the bolt. The hammer here pushes the bolt forward, which pushes all the air forward, and then the air then pushes the ball out. This is the stock power tube and bolt of your A5 when you just buy it, and they are plastic, just poorly molded plastic. In fact, you can even feel right here little mold points, some chaff from the molding. You can see little rings, and you can actually feel them, so they're actually like sticking out on it. And then you got the bolt here, which has two mold lines right there, which you can actually feel. So God knows those are sliding against the inside of the barrel, and you want this thing to be smooth. So here's the thing. I've showed my gun. It's got a lot of crazy stuff, but for anybody who just got an A5 or looking to get an A5, this is the place where I recommend you start. Right here is in these, because these things are, this is the only thing out of all the stuff that I have that has felt like it actually improved the gun's performance. Everything else is mostly cosmetic, but these right here are what actually make the gun better. And I consider springing for the lighter weight hammer, but I don't really feel like it's actually that bad. I kind of like the kick of it a little bit, so whatever. Anyway, so let's take this apart. It feels like a lot of this needs oil, so I'm glad I took it apart. The first thing you'll notice is the power tube here is the, I see these a lot. This is the red hot power tube. It's red anodized aluminum and not plastic, so it's metal. It's not going to make a metal noise, but and it's, I mean, it looks cool even though you can't even see it inside the gun, but that's really honestly about it about this thing. The thing about it is that it's aluminum, so it's not going to break as easily. It's stronger than this plastic piece, and it's smoother. There's no mold points. Everything can just slide easily across it. I can make some really dirty gestures trying to show you how smooth it is here, but really honestly you get the point. It's very soft and smooth and makes pretty much everything in the gun cycle better that way. Other than that though, I mean really that's about it. I mean I recommend this or something like it at least, just in at least some sort of metal or aluminum power tube. As probably the first upgrade to your gun that you're going to do before you start putting scopes or flatline barrels or grenade launchers or anything on it. that's what I would start with right there. The second part, and this is interesting, I got a funny story about this. So this is my bolt, and this also is aluminum. And the thing about it is, I don't know anything about it. A friend of mine gave this to me a long time ago. He owned a shop, and some representative of some company came through and said, "Hey, we're going to release these soon. These are a test batch. Can you get somebody to test them out and maybe give you a review?" And I was the only person that had an A5 at the time, so he gave it to me. And all I know is when I put it in my gun, the difference was amazing, and I wish I had more statistics for you, like, oh, it was 100 feet more, it was 300 feet more, it shot across 4 football fields, it killed a guy. I wish I could tell you stuff like that, but I honestly don't know. I don't even know who makes this, and so if you guys can help me figure out who makes it. But what's interesting about it is that it has 2 features that were new to me. Now I know this is 5 years ago, so you guys are there's probably 1,000 better things out there. So, and on that note, if anybody has any better suggestions than the pieces I show here, I will gladly take that advice, because I don't actually know anything about this stuff. Like, it's 5 years old. I don't know what's out there. I've been so happy with this, I haven't even looked at it in 5 years or looked for things like that. But anyways, very smooth, just like the power tube, very smooth construction, so it moves easily. It's got the O-ring out here that helps push the air, but what I really liked about it is it has an O-ring on the inside too, so any air that's trying to slip back inside there and escape is also getting pushed forward, so all the air gets pushed forward instead of anything lost. So when I put this thing on, I noticed this just explosive shot of energy, and I'd already had this for a while, so it wasn't this. But changing out from the old power tube to the new one was like night and day. I want to say it shot about twice as hard instantly, and I had to tone down the gas. But so I don't know who makes this. Oh, it also has these 3 little grooves right here. I'm in the light, I'm sorry, and I probably can't see it anyways, but there's these 3 little cutouts right there, and those, supposedly the rep said, concentrate the air towards the center, out against the ball, and so it helps fire a little harder that way. Makes sense to me. I just really wish I don't know who makes this, and I would like to buy some like extra ones. So if anybody knows exactly who this is now, because I'm sure it's been released to the public since I had it, but I would gladly tell you, or like gladly hear you out on who makes it, because I really like it and I want an extra one just in case the O-rings break or whatever. Or also, if you know there's something out there that's actually better, I know there's like Teflon coated ones and stuff like that. If there's anything better, let me know. I will gladly listen, and let me know if the lighter weight hammer is worth the buy, because I don't really have a problem with it as is, but I'll check it out. So yeah, that's really it. That's all it is on the internals. You got stuff like the E-grip changed the performance of the gun, but honestly, these right here are the king and queen of what makes my gun to me. Like, they were the parts that actually made it a better gun. Outside of that, everything else is just for fun, just to kind of make people go ooh and ah over it when they see it, but really doesn't do anything out on the field. But these parts do make a difference, and I recommend them strongly to anybody. So I just kind of tilt this back up here, see if I can't. Working with a new tripod here, sorry about that. So that being said, the red hot power tube and the mystery bolt, which I'm sure somebody's going to tell me exactly what it is, those are definitely the first things you should ever buy for your A5 if you got one or going to get one, before you look at any of this crazy crap I have on my gun. And on that note, before I go, since I'm still waiting on the stock parts, the stock, not the stock as in the original parts. But I am going to be, next month, getting rid of the flatline. I'm tired of it. It doesn't really, it does give you the range, but it doesn't give me any accuracy. And I just really don't like this snub-nosed look to the gun. I never really have. I don't like the grenade launcher sticking out 9 inches further than the barrel and everything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kit a I'm going to get a new, just a shroud, a floating shroud that I found, and it's really frickin' expensive for some reason, but it's a solid aluminum shroud, and it doesn't have plastic rails, so no more loose rails and stronger construction. And then with that, I'm going to get the Apex 2 barrel to stick out the front and look like a more legitimate looking gun. So really excited about that, but I can't afford it until next month, so it'll be a while before you see that. But yeah, just thought I'd give you guys a heads up and look for that video. So once again, thanks for watching, and hope I was helpful.